Hey everybody, welcome back to Vintage Poor Boy Survival on Elmcreek. This is Graybeard Gaming, and we are gonna try and do a little shorter of an episode here. Last one was a bit on the long side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be planting our sugar beets. So yeah, I just wanted to get this done, and as you see, we have quite a bit of money. I'm going to be making a purchase, and I'm going to be purchasing a field probably first thing in May, so that will be eaten up, and then I'm going to give extra on top of that because I want to make it more realistic, because no farmer's going to sell their property when it's waiting for harvest. So we're going to buy the harvest off them. We're just going to buy basically the value, or our estimated value of the harvest off of them, but we're going to be harvesting it ourselves, so it'll be slightly reduced, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be about $15,000 that I give extra. I think that's a good amount to kind of toss extra, maybe a little bit more. It just depends on, how we're looking financially, but for right now I think 15,000, and I'm going to sell some silage next month just so that I can finish paying that as well, and I'm going to finish doing all of my silage next month that I have on hand, so that way when June rolls around and July rolls around, we're only adding our straw, and that will be what we wait and ferment until January. So that is all we will have come January. And there is stuff off of our land, because majority of the grass and hay that's in this fermenting silo is actually from contracts. And another thing, when it comes to contracts, I will no longer be taking baling contracts. I've actually sold all the equipment already from up on that field, as it was giving me too much money too quickly, and heaven forbid that we make too much money too quickly, being that we have struggled for 3 years. Might as well struggle for another few months, right? But yeah, I didn't feel like we needed that income. We'll do something more reasonable. We will do some harvesting, maybe some fertilizing up until our loan is paid off. But beyond that, maybe a little bit of cultivating if there's a cultivating or a plowing contract available. We don't need to go crazy though. I think that we're going to have plenty of money to do as we see fit. We've got chickens, and we've got plenty of feed for them. We've got pigs, and we've got plenty of feed for them. We've got cows, and they are fed. And I'll probably just continue to buy TMR for cows from the store. I'm not going to make it myself. For the amount of space that I'd have to burn up to make it myself, I just don't want to. So yeah, I don't want to have grass, hay, and silage on hand at all times to make my TMR. So I'm just simply going to buy it. I think that's perfectly fine. We'll let someone else do the grunt work on making it, but we will be buying it from the store. I really think that this planter is really not supposed to be pulled by this tractor. I think it requires 140 horse, and we only have 113 on this tractor, but it seems to be laying down a lot better on this tractor than it did behind the Fiat. And let's be honest, it looks better behind this tractor. Yeah, I also had to go and sell our old plow because the only tractor that would actually work behind is this one, and it's actually made for a tractor that's significantly more horse. And I did notice how much this tractor was struggling with it. So we went back to the old faithful John Deere chisel plow. Didn't really want that. But for how often we are plowing, the price is right. We won't have to do a whole lot of plowing anyways, just because we're established. The only time we'll need to plow is probably when it comes down to periodic plowing or precision farming, but that's only once every few years. So yeah, this field is fully planted. That took us a whopping 6 minutes to plant this field, and I wanted to start small with the sugar beets. I'll probably plant a larger field of sugar beets eventually, but reasons I wanted to go smaller was it takes forever to harvest. So I'm only gonna put sugar beets in this field or the one there behind which we planted corn into. So the next thing I've got to do is just simple. I gotta put down some fertilizer, and then I think we can actually go to sleep, sell off our silage that's ready to be sold, and make our field purchase, and we'll get all that done before it won't take too long. It'll be quickly. Yeah, I've also gone and sold off the potato silo. It really just didn't really fit any, we didn't need it any longer. The wooden silo will work just fine in backyards. But let's go ahead and spread our fertilizer. This is only going to take a quick second anyways. We'll be done with this before the video is 9 minutes long, in fact. So yeah, I'm so pleased with how this is going as far as how the farm is growing. Yeah, I didn't want to purchase that field off camera. I wanted to actually have it on camera, so it can be seen. Now I did keep this one rake. I haven't decided if I need it long term or not yet. But yeah, I wanted to do that on camera. That just allows for a little bit extra transparency, and that way if people won't say, well, you didn't really get rid of the money, and I probably won't hear that anyways, because I've only had a handful of comments anyways. But very happy to say that we will allow these cattle to grow. I don't want to lose money on them, so probably after a few months when they've regenerated enough value, because right now I can sell them all. It looks like I've got 10 cows. So I've got 10 cows, and it looks like we can probably sell them off for just a slight profit, but I want to make it a little bit better of a profit. That way, when I sell the building off as well, it'll be a break even, because I did have to buy some TMR and put it in there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this wagon back, sort of wish I had put another silo over there for, and I need to really do some work over here. I haven't, this is just a cluster. It's fine, I guess. I can deal with it. It just needs to be sloped better. And if we can get it sloped a little bit better, it's just not going to be ridiculous. And we try and pull it out of here. Yeah. But we are almost to that point where we can sleep. I just want to put my, not very good at backing these up to tight spots. And it's weird because I own a travel trailer and I back up all the time. That just fine. But put me in the game trying to back up. I'm doing it backwards. I really need to do it like this. So this way I can. This is probably why I struggle. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for government work, right? Good enough for the government. Good enough for me. So yeah, let's go ahead. We will pull in here. We're gonna run into our other tractor because why not? That's how we roll. And let's go ahead, turn that off. Let's run over to the house here. Let's get some rest so that we can spend some money tomorrow. And really, that's the only thing we're gonna do in the month of May, I believe. There's nothing else for us to really worry about. So yeah, let's go ahead and sleep. Shouldn't take us too long. And yeah, we are good there. And we'll go ahead and do a quick save. Yeah, I'm not seeing any contracts really, which is fine. We don't need to worry about contracts. We got 120,000. That field is 112. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead, jump in here. Like I said, I want to give extra. I'm gonna get rid. Coming up. See our corn's coming up. Next month, all of our barley will be ready to go out of the fields. I am not going to put any more feed into this bin. They will just continue to feed. I'm not going to give them more. If I can figure it out where I have some cows that are nearing point of calving, and probably we might keep those. And one thing I want to do is I do want to go into the productions because our hay we're out of hay. So let's go ahead and fill this trailer up, see where it is worth the most. And it looks like silage is worth the most at the biogas. That's fine. It's close by, close enough at least. We'll be able to get there and back relatively quick form. It's about $21,000 is what the value of our silage is. So I'm just looking through here to see if there's anything else I need to sell. It looks like we are getting quite a few eggs. I'm not needing that money right now, so I'm just going to let them build up. We're doing fine on potatoes. Let's check how our animals are fed. Feed, we could use about another 3,000 liters for those guys, and we could probably toss them a little bit of barley as well. and they'd be probably pretty happy with that. Just looking through, and the cows. Like I said, I'm not going to add any more TMR to that because we're not getting any actual benefit right now. They're just costing us money. So as soon as they are worth enough to sell, where we can get a little bit of a profit, we'll do that. Beast around, and we will go ahead and just hire a guy to take us that direction. Sorry about the added microphone noise. Sounded like somebody was here, so I had to check. But just the doorbell camera saying that someone was, but it sometimes catches traffic if somebody drives too close to the edge of the road. We're going to have way too much barley. We're going to have to probably sell some of it, which is fine. It can be sold. Actually, I thought about doing flour, getting a mill, because now that we are getting to a point where we're no longer going to take contracts, I do have to find other ways to make money. So, getting a mill, getting a bakery, donut shop, something to, do stuff. And it's got a great byproduct because a lot of those produce feed for pigs. So I could get away from having to actually keep the sugar beets and the potatoes for the pigs and do something else with those. So now we are at $141,000. So basically, we're going to take basically $130,000, $128,000, I think, somewhere around there, and spend that on this property. And yes, I know that the value of the barley is likely to be more than $15,000, but once you factor in what they would pay someone to harvest that field for them, which is probably about $4,000, I mean, it's going to be close. $20,000 is going to be close to what the value of that barley is off that field. I'm expecting somewhere around 25,000 to 30,000 liters from that field. I could be way off. I really could. And if I am, then we'll do a percentage adjustment to that farm. But I think the value of it is probably around 25,000 to 30,000. What I do here is at least somewhat representative of trying to ensure that they're covered for their, what they're giving up. That'd be nice. Another trailer, a larger trailer for. Oh no, it's not that nice. This isn't a tipper trailer. That's a forage trailer. Okay, let's go ahead. We have that money. I can find the field now. I've got to scroll out. I'm too far zoomed in. All right, there we go. So we are going to purchase field 6 for $112,000. Yes, we will purchase that, and we will also go in and we're just going to go into this general menu, and we are going to remove money, and we're actually going to do a little bit more than 15. We're going to do 17.5. It just makes it a little bit more realistic, and that leaves us with 11,716. Now the only thing we have left to make some money on is some silage and some eggs, and I think we could probably take the eggs. We'll get on this tractor. We'll load the eggs up and take those over to the fast food restaurant. So yeah, I am still a little worried about money, just because I do know that we still have 3 payments to go. I know I could never live this in real life, but realism is just going to have to not exist for that brief moment. Yeah, we'll go ahead and load these eggs up, take them over to the fast food restaurant, and no longer pick that one up because it's too full. I'm going to have to get a loader. This is all there is to it. It'll be on my list of things to do for the coming year. We'll strap these guys on. Three payments left, guys. It's quite a feat to continue on for 3 years. And we are selling off our eggs. It's only going to be maybe 2,000, 2,500 at the most on these eggs. I just want to get them up out of the way. I wanted to have enough for at least 2 monthly payments so that we didn't have to sit there and take silage in next month as well. Still have enough to spend on our loans. Alright, so we have got that done. It's only 8 in the morning, but we don't have any yeah, like I said, I got 3 payments left. So 5,900, so it's about 6,000. So yeah, I'm still about $5,000 short for that final payment, but I think we can do some harvests for other farmers and really just push ourselves over that number. But let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and sleep. And next episode we will be harvesting, hopefully, all of our barley. Just going to make sure it's ready to go. I can't remember if it's June or July. It might be July even. So we'll have to be careful. Let's go ahead and take a look. That field of barley is ready to go. Our wheat field is obviously not. And how's this looking? Nitrogen is perfect. pH value says bad in parts of it, but that's a lie. So yeah, we are ready to harvest on both fields. So next episode, we will do that. I hope you enjoyed this shorter episode, not terribly shorter, but it's probably a good 7 minutes shorter. So I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Have a great day.